back everyone to my Let's Play of The Legend of Zelda, Oracle of Seasons. Last episode, Maverick stopped at the entrance here to the Dungeon 2, Snake's Remains. Now he's going to have to conquer this dungeon and get the second essence of nature. So as the name implies, there's going to be quite a few snakes inside Snake's Remains. But luckily, Maverick knows how to deal with snakes. You hit him with a sword. So, get the Ember Seeds ready. Just a reminder that, you're gonna have to sometimes light torches to solve puzzles. The game includes another torch puzzle right up here at the beginning. So we just light these torches, and that'll open the way forward. Of course, before I wanted to go this way, I wanted to head to the left there to get a key. I was going to need it later on. Here we have another puzzle to solve. First we have to defeat all these snakes, and then we have to make things symmetrical again by pushing that block over to the right. So I guess their Symmetry City isn't just a thing in Oracle of Ages. Holodrome likes a little bit of symmetry as well. Take out some of these slimes. But you want to obviously summon Maple, get that heart piece off of her. So there's where we need a key. But before we go that way, let's go to the obvious secret room in this dungeon. We get a bunch of rubies. It looks like they're all the single rupees, but as you'll see, some give you like 5 rupees, some give you 10 rupees. So I think we get like 210 in total in here. Oh, a little more than 200, so I didn't see how many I started with. I think it was like 40 something. Uh-oh, we got these annoying enemies we can only defeat by, well, I was gonna say only defeat them by knocking them in the pits. Eventually we're gonna get an item that can defeat them, but for right now, our only hope to defeat them is to knock them into pits. And these guys, you can defeat them with bombs or knocking them into pits. We don't have the Rock's Feather yet to jump over there and attack them, so you can just chuck bombs at them. We got the Power Bracelet. It's much easier to stun them first with our boomerang and then throw bombs on them, but if you just, for some whatever reason, didn't get the boomerang, because like I said, it isn't necessary, then you can just throw bombs, and if you run out of bombs, then you can hit those bushes, and there's bombs underneath them. That guy was very difficult, but luckily we got a fairy there to heal ourselves up. And we got the dungeon map now. There's a pretty unique dungeon in that we're gonna have to actually leave the dungeon at one point and go back outside, because one part of the dungeon is is only accessible from the outside a different way. So let's make the symmetry again. That opens up this door. We got these big traps. Don't hit them like I just did there. Take off quite a bit of health. Just let them go. Look. There we go. Now these rollers, you have to have the Power Bracelet equipped to push them. If you try to push them without it, it basically says that they're too heavy, just like if you try to pick up a pot without the Power Bracelet. So put the Power Bracelet and then you press whatever button you have it attached to, and it allows you to push. And here we are, we're back in the overworld. We don't want to jump down those vines though. We want to pick up this Gacha Seed. Like I said, we're saving them until near the end of the game. And in case you used up all your bombs, this guy is going to sell you bombs, this Deku scrub. Because those bombs are going to be needed to get the key in the next room. It's a timed puzzle, but it's not that hard to complete. As long as you just bomb the correct blocks. Don't worry about any of those blocks there on the right. pick up bombs and throw them at, because they start getting ready to explode as soon as you pick them up. So I can save a little bit of time. Here we go, and we got the key. If you don't make it in time, so you've blown up a bunch of blocks you don't need to, and then basically the treasure chest won't appear, and you just have to leave the room, reset it, and just buy some bombs off the Deku Scrub over there, and try again. Alright, let's head back into Snake's Remains. Bombs might be very useful for quite a few enemies. I'm going to run into the Pole's Voices, and unlike in Ages, Maverick does not have any instruments. He'll eventually get a flute of an animal companion later on, and it's going to carry over. He had Dimitri's flute in Oracle of Ages, so he's going to get Dimitri's flute. That's the Dodongo. In this linked game as well, you automatically get the flute of the animal companion that you had in the last game. But we won't get that until before the next dungeon, and we don't have the Hub of Ages, so we can't play any music to defeat the Pole's Voices we're going to run into. We're forced to rely on bombs. More of these push block puzzles. Nothing really worrisome about them right now. Eventually, though, in the future rooms, you'll notice that the things right here, the rollers, they're kind of covering over weak tiles on the floor. So if you pushed it while you're standing on one of those tiles, you would collapse the floor, and you'd have to basically start you back at the beginning of the room. So just watch when you're pushing them. Take a look at the floor in front of you before you start pushing. And here we have our mini-boss, which also we have to defeat with bombs. And I start off pretty good against them, but then toward the end I start messing up. So if you have the Bomber's Ring from Oracle of Ages, you brought it with you, you can toss 2 bombs at once, but the green ring is much better. Yeah, I'm mistiming my things here now. This guy was also the boss in the Face Shrine in Link's Awakening. So we went from a boss to a mid-boss. And we finish him off. The boss is going to be... Now we just gotta go to the boss. Boss ain't too far from here. The boss is going to be, just like in the original Legend of Zelda, will be Dodongo. In the original Legend of Zelda, the first boss was Aquamentus, and the second boss was Dodongo. So they kept the bosses the same. Donk. I got some pots. Usually those, the boomerang comes in handy. I mentioned that when I got the boomerang the last episode. Those bubbles, you hit them with the boomerang, they turn into fairies. Not too important right now because we don't have a lot of hearts. So, but in future dungeons, that'll be a real good blessing to have if you're low on health. You get multiple fairies. So we hear the tone from the compass. The key is in that treasure chest up there. To get to it, we gotta do a little loop. It's like Mario Brothers. You gotta do some platforming here. Not too difficult though. And we're back to the boss key. Now to the left, if instead of going over to that platform to get the boss key, and to the south here it goes to a spinner room. But if we went to that way, to the spinner room, it's facing the wrong way. So that's why we have to go this way, this secret passage here that we opened up with bombs. Because the spinner is in the correct position when we approach it from the east here. approach it going through the east door. From the west, we approach it. There we go, take out the Pole's voices. Luckily they're somewhat confined in that little area there, so they're not too hard to defeat with bombs. And here's the spinner. Puts us right on track to the boss. This mystery owl will tell us how to beat the boss. When the mouth opens, attack from within, then superhuman strength will prevail. So we're going to have to use bombs to attack the Dodongo, just like how in the base Legend of Zelda game. But the bombs ain't going to actually damage the Dodongo, they're just going to stun him. To deal damage, we're going to have to, like that statue said, have great strength prevail. So, if you've played Oracle of Ages first, and you had Dimitri as your animal, well, yes, even if you didn't have Dimitri as your animal companion, when you would have encountered Dimitri as your animal companion, and at one point he would have said, you know, hey, you can always pick me up with a power bracelet and move me around. So we're going to do that with this Dodongo too. We stun him with a bomb, use the power bracelet to pick him up, and throw him on the spikes. So Dodongo will either spit fire at you when he opens his mouth like that, or he'll charge you. Just keep your distance. It's a little tough to know what he's going to do when he's going up like that, because you can't really see his face. It takes, I think, 4 hits. So there's 3. 1 more to go. There's more bombs under the bushes. If you run low. And there we go. That is it for Dodongo. Need no way to update that boss. Get a heart container. And now the second essence. Yep. The entire dungeon is complete. As you can see, the dungeon looks like a snake slithering away. But a lot of dungeons in the first quest of Legend of Zelda, you know, were animals. Level 1 was the eagle. Level 4 was the dragon. 6 was the lizard. 8 was the lion. Thank you, Maverick. I too received part of the gift of time. I just dreamt of spore swamp at rest. Something is afoot there, but I can see no more. Righty. So we're gonna head back this way. Could just use the power bracelet to pick up that block. But I'm gonna get some more mystery seeds. I'm gonna have to backtrack so we can use our power glove to get that 1 piece of heart. And we got another maple encounter. No hearts, but we have plenty of time to get that. Ah, you all remember this. Eventually, Maple will upgrade. In a non-linked game, she upgrades to a vacuum cleaner. In a linked game, she will actually upgrade to a UFO, which she uses like a tractor beam to pick things up. It's really fast. So, well, the good thing about backtracking to get this piece of heart is there's also a new potion inside this house over here that'll give us a secret. So I want to change it to winter again. Come down the chimney. Well, I guess we could just shovel the snow too. But why not go down the chimney? It's fun. Reminds me of Zelda 2 when you had to get the the upward thrust in Duneri Town or Daruni Town. So she tells you she wants the authors are twins who lived in the Brina Symmetry City, but the book was written so long ago they may be gone. So that's our clue. Obviously, it's Symmetry City, but it's the Symmetry in the past because, like she said, it's from long ago. So we're gonna write down that password, and we will, of course, then end the episode going over to Oracle of Ages and inputting that password. And then we'll get a password from Oracle of Ages over there. The twins will give us a password, and we'll bring it over here. We're going to be able to start using passwords now that the Mako tree has the second essence of nature. It grows a little bit, and one of the things that grows in it now is that little room, and for war, the Oracle secrets will now be there. We can start giving her some of the secrets that we got from Oracle of Ages to start upgrading our items here. And there'll be a book there, so if you ever forget what a secret is, Floor will have a book that you can just look at the secrets and write it down. Like I said, we take the secrets that we get from here over to Ages, and then whoever we give the secret to in Ages will then give us a corresponding sequence to give to Floor in the Mako tree, and that transfers the upgrade. Doesn't matter the way you get the upgrades. Like for instance, you'll get like the get the seed satchel upgrade. Normally, you get the second seed upgrade from just buying it in Subrosia. But here we'll get it from the floor, and then the level 3 will be bought in Subrosia. It doesn't matter, like I said, the order, whether you get the upgrade here or the secret. Whatever one will upgrade it by 1. Now Mako tree just tells us to go to School Swamp. First, let's go to Favor. So there's the book that has all the secrets that we've been given over here in Oracle of Seasons. And we're going to give her some of the secrets that we already gave to people over in Oracle of Ages. They gave us a secret back. We had those fairies. And we'll get a heart container from doing that secret. And then we talked with Tingle, and he's going to give us the upgraded seed satchel. Either treasure chest will appear, or get an item, or Floor will just automatically update the item right here. Now there's another change here after defeating level 2. As you see, the Mako tree changed, so Floor is now here. Another change that guy mentioned when we entered into the town. He said there's a princess from a foreign land that came here. We're gonna get like a little mini game. Well, I guess it's not really like a mini game. It's more of a mini game in when you do the linked game, Oracle of Seasons to Ages. But in both games, when you do a linked game, after Dungeon 2, the Great Moblin abducts Princess Zelda. So that's the princess from the foreign land. So there's the Symmetry secret. That's the one we're going to have to take over to Oracle of Ages then, Symmetry City. That's it for right now. We'll go rescue Princess Zelda in the next episode. Let's just save our game here. Start. And here we are in Symmetry City in the past. So here's the twins. Let's talk with the twins. Did you need something? No. Yeah, we actually do need something. We'll just talk to the other twin. Doesn't matter which one you give the secret to. So let's give that secret. And then they'll give us a secret, so then when we start next episode, we're going to start in the Mako tree there. And we'll be able to start the episode off by just giving that secret and getting the upgrade before we actually start. Let's see what we got here. Amazing. I didn't know that others knew the strengths of symmetry. Thank you for telling me. And thanks, I'll increase the number of rings you can carry. So now we got a level 2 ring box. So now the level 3 ring box will be for sale in the secret shop. And then she ends with a palindrome, a nut for a jar of tuna. Palindrome is a word or sentence that means the same forward or backwards. So there's the secret that we need to give to, like I said, Faror. We do that, and we'll get a level 3 ring box right there. So take care, have a good one. See you in the next episode. Bye.